I worked 3 jobs to put myself through community college while my cousin became a self-made billionaire. Then I found out where his money really came from. I need to know if I'm wrong here, because I just walked away from my entire family, and I don't know if I made the right choice. Growing up, I was the disappointing kid. Mediocre grades, quiet, introverted. Not dumb, just average. Consistent B's and C's, no major awards, no standout achievements. My cousin Tyler, he was everything I wasn't. Charismatic, extroverted, life of every party, could charm anyone in a room. And my parents loved to remind me of it. Why can't you be more like Tyler? I heard that sentence at least once a week for my entire childhood. Tyler got a B on a test. He's so naturally gifted. I got a B on a test. You need to try harder. Tyler made the basketball team. Family celebration. My parents posting on Facebook about how proud they were of their nephew. I made the debate team. That's nice, honey. Did you see Tyler's game-winning shot? Every family gathering was a performance review of my failures compared to Tyler's successes. Christmas, Tyler got a new laptop. I got clothes from Target. Birthdays, Tyler got a car at 16. I got a used bike at 16 that I had to share with my younger sibling. My parents never came to my school events, but they went to all of Tyler's games, concerts, award ceremonies. I stopped inviting them eventually. They never noticed. When I graduated high school, I knew I was on my own. My parents made it clear, we can't afford to help with college, you'll figure it out. Tyler was going to a prestigious university. Full support from his parents, my parents chipping in for family, the whole deal. So I worked 3 jobs. Morning shift at a coffee shop, afternoon at a retail store, nights doing data entry remotely. I went to community college, took out small loans, lived in the cheapest apartment I could find with 4 roommates. I studied programming, not because I was passionate about it, honestly, I just knew it could make money. I was exhausted all the time. I had no social life, no dating, no fun. While Tyler posted Instagram stories from frat parties and spring break trips, I was eating ramen in my apartment debugging code at 2 a.m. But I did it, I graduated, I got a junior developer job, then a better one, then a senior position. By 28, I was doing okay. Not rich but stable, making decent money, paid off my loans, had my own 1-bedroom apartment. I was proud of myself, even if no one else was. Then came the family party last year. My aunt was hosting this massive gathering. I almost didn't go, but I thought, maybe things had changed. Maybe now that I was doing okay, my parents would see me differently. I was so stupid. I walked in, and it was like a Tyler worship service. He just launched his tech company, some AI startup thing, and apparently it was blowing up. Tyler's company is valued at $50 million. He's on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. He's a self-made entrepreneur. My parents were glowing, showing everyone pictures on their phones, bragging about our Tyler like he was their son. I stood in the corner with a beer, feeling that familiar ache in my chest. Then my dad saw me. "Oh hey champ, you still doing that, computer stuff?" Computer stuff. I was a senior developer at a Fortune 500 company. "Yeah, Dad, still doing computer stuff." "That's nice. Not like Tyler's thing, but everyone's gotta make a living, right?" I left after an hour. But driving home, something bothered me. Tyler had been a party animal through college, barely graduated. I knew because family would joke about his work hard, play harder lifestyle. How did he go from barely passing business classes and doing keg stands to launching a successful AI company in, what, 2 years? I'm not a genius, but I know enough about startups to know they need capital, lots of it. Where did Tyler get the money? I couldn't sleep that night, something felt off. So I did what I do best. I researched. Started with public records, business filings, LinkedIn, patent databases. And that's when I found it. Tyler's company wasn't new. The patents were filed 4 years ago by someone else. The initial funding round, $20 million from a private family trust. I dug deeper, late nights after work going down rabbit holes. The trust belonged to my grandparents, my dad's parents. Grandparents I had never met, never even knew existed. My dad's parents were old money, like generational wealth old money. They'd cut off my dad when he married my mom, something about her not being suitable. Classic rich people drama. My dad never talked about them. I assumed they were dead or estranged or whatever. Turns out they weren't dead, they were very much alive. And they'd been funding Tyler's entire life. The prestigious university, they paid for it. Full tuition, room and board, spending money. The startup he founded, they bought it. An existing company with existing tech, put it in his name, gave him $20 million to grow it. His apartment in the city, they bought it. The car, gift. Everything. Every single thing Tyler had was handed to him by grandparents who wanted nothing to do with me or my siblings, but loved their golden grandchild. And the company he was taking credit for building. He didn't build anything. He was a figurehead. They hired a real CEO, real developers, real business people. Tyler just showed up for photo ops and interviews. Self-made, what a joke. I sat on this information for 2 weeks. I didn't know what to do with it. Part of me wanted to expose Tyler, burn it all down. But the part that hurt most wasn't even about Tyler. It was about my parents. Did they know? I finally called my mom, asked to meet for coffee. She seemed surprised I wanted to see her, but agreed. I brought printouts, documents, trust fund records, everything. I laid it out on the table between us. Did you know about this? My mom went pale. She knew. When did you find out? I asked. Your father. He reconnected with his parents about 10 years ago. They wanted to meet Tyler. 10 years ago, I was 18, working my first job to save for community college. They offered to help Tyler, your father and I thought. We thought it would be good for the family. Tyler's success reflects well on all of us. Did you ask them to help me? Silence. Mom, did you ask them to help me too? She looked down at her coffee. They weren't interested in helping you. They only wanted Tyler. He reminds them of your father when he was young, charismatic, outgoing. You're more. More what? You're just different, sweetheart. They wanted someone who could represent the family name properly. I sat there staring at my mother. She knew that I was struggling, working 3 jobs, eating ramen, exhausted. She knew Tyler was getting millions handed to him. And she let me suffer because her in-laws didn't think I was good enough. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. What good would it have done? You would have just been hurt. I'm hurt now, Mom. People in the coffee shop turned to look. I lowered my voice. I worked myself to the bone. I had no childhood, no help, nothing. While you and Dad paraded Tyler around like some prodigy when he was just a rich kid with a trust fund. He worked hard too. Stop, just stop. I gathered my papers. Did Dad know you were meeting me today? She nodded. Did you tell him what it was about? She shook her head. Good, because I don't want to see him, or you, or Tyler, or any of you ever again. You don't mean that. I absolutely mean that. I stood up. I built my life with nothing. No help, no support, no family. That's not fair. You're right, it's not fair, but I'm done pretending we're a family. I walked out. I blocked my parents' numbers that night. Blocked Tyler, blocked my siblings, blocked everyone. I didn't expose Tyler publicly. What was the point? He'd still have his money, his company, his success. The only thing that would change is everyone would know he's a fraud. But I realized I didn't need that validation. I didn't need them to acknowledge what he really was. I just needed to be away from people who made me feel worthless. For 2 months it was quiet. I focused on work, started therapy, actually started dealing with the years of comparison and neglect. My therapist asked me, "Do you feel like you're running away or moving forward?" I thought about it. Moving forward, I said. Running away would mean I'm still tied to them emotionally. I'm just closing a door that should have been closed a long time ago. I felt lighter than I had in years. Then 3 months after I'd cut contact, my phone started ringing from unknown numbers. Voicemails from my dad. "We need to talk. This is ridiculous." Emails from my mom. "You're hurting the family." Even Tyler reached out. "Dude, what's your problem? We're family." I deleted everything, didn't respond. Then one day I was leaving my gym, getting into my car. And they were there. My parents, Tyler, my aunt, all of them. Waiting in the parking lot. "We need to talk about this," my dad said, walking toward me. "There's nothing to talk about," I said, unlocking my car. "You can't just cut off your family." "Watch me." My mom stepped forward. "Please, we love you. We've always loved you. You have a funny way of showing it." Tyler laughed, actually laughed. "Dude, are you seriously mad because I got some help? That's pathetic. You're just jealous." Something in me snapped. Not into anger, into clarity. "You're right," I said. "I was jealous for a long time." Tyler smirked. "But you know what? I'm not anymore." The smirk faded. "I built something real, something I can be proud of. You're a puppet, a figurehead for money you didn't earn, and deep down you know it." I got in my car. They surrounded it, started banging on the windows. "You can't just leave. We're your family." I called 911, told them I was being harassed and felt unsafe. The police came within minutes. My parents tried to explain. "This is our son, we're just trying to talk." But I told the officers I'd already cut contact and they were harassing me. The cops made them leave, told them to stop contacting me or I could file for a restraining order. My dad looked shocked. "You'd really do that to your own parents?" "Yes," I said, "I really would." I filed for the restraining order the next day. It was granted. Then I did something I'd been considering for a while. I took a job offer in another city, across the country. Better pay, better role, fresh start. I didn't tell anyone where I was going, deleted my social media, changed my phone number. Disappeared. That was 6 months ago. I'm in a new city now, new job, new apartment, new life. I've made actual friends here, people who value me for who I am, not who they wish I'd be. I'm dating someone kind and supportive, who thinks my mediocre background is impressive because I built something from nothing. I sleep better. I don't have that constant anxiety about not being good enough. My therapist says I'm making real progress on my self-worth issues. Sometimes I wonder what my family is doing, if Tyler's company is still successful, if my parents ever realized what they did. But then I remember, it doesn't matter. I'm not part of that story anymore. I wrote my own. Some people might think I'm the a-hole, that I should have stayed, worked it out, forgiven them. Family is family, right? But here's what I learned. Family isn't just blood. It's people who show up for you, support you, see you. My biological family saw Tyler. They never saw me. So I left, and I chose myself. I chose my mental health over their dysfunction. I chose peace over proving myself to people who would never be satisfied. I chose a future where I'm enough, exactly as I am. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? For walking away from my family. For getting a restraining order against my own parents. For moving across the country without telling anyone. For choosing myself over them. I don't know, some days I feel guilty, some days I feel free, but I know one thing, I'm happier now than I've ever been, and maybe that's the only answer that matters. Update, it's been a year, I got promoted, I'm in therapy and thriving, no regrets. To anyone in a similar situation, you're allowed to choose yourself, you're allowed to walk away. Your mental health matters more than maintaining toxic relationships, even with family.